Trump says the U.S. will cut ties with World Health Organization.
Here's a summary of the article.
President Donald Trump announced Friday that the United States will cut ties with the World Health Organization. China has total control over the World Health Organization despite only paying $40 million per year compared to what the United States has been paying, which is approximately $450 million a year, Trump said during a press conference from the White House Rose Garden. The world needs answers from China on the virus. We must have transparency. Why is it that China shut off infected people from Wuhan to all other parts of China? He added. The agency has defended its initial response to the coronavirus pandemic, saying it gave world leaders enough time to intervene early in the outbreak. On Friday, Trump said WHO failed to make the requested greatly needed reform and the U.S. will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs. For the 2018 and 2019 funding cycle, the U.S. paid a $237 million required assessment as well as $656 million in voluntary contributions, averaging $446 million a year and representing about 14.67% of its total budget. According to WHO spokesman Tarik Jasarevic, most funding from the United States goes directly out to the program that helps countries in all sorts of fragile and difficult settings. Dr. Mike Ryan, executive director of WHO's Health Emergencies Program, said at the time.
This post received a score of 78,000, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It looks like he doesn't have the power to cut off funding. Congress does. So it sounds like an empty threat.
Because he would never mess with congressionally approved funds through dubious executive powers. Trump can use military funds for border wall during legal challenge, appeals court says. Trump holds up Ukraine military aid meant to confront Russia. Can't believe some people still think but it's illegal to do that matters to these goons. You have the power to do anything as president if 51 senators and 5 justices collectively shrug.
Don't forget dollar meant to help public schools in the pandemic are being redirected by DeVos to private religious schools. Separation of church and state, what's that?
Don't these people ever get tired of being evil?
I'm pretty they get off on being evil.
Betsy, talk dirty to me, Dick. Okay. Let's steal government funds and dump it into religious schools, and fund misinformation campaigns. Betsy, I just came. A lot.
I don't have a link for it. Isn't she also funding those right-wing terrorists that marched on Michigan and threatened the governor's life? If anyone has a link to that, feel free.
Not her directly, but her family is.
On January 23, the WHO declaring the COVID outbreak an international threat, Trump had just on January 22, the first confirmed case in the U.S., not at all worried about the virus. On January 24, even as he was constantly by his own intelligence community that China was lying and the danger was grave, and its dictator for its transparency, and as of January 27, according to contemporaneous emails from the U.S. government's top vaccine expert, the administration from either China or the WHO. Virus test and vaccine development is far more difficult without a genome sample. That, along with similar delays driven by Trump's desire not to test in order to keep the tally down, gave us, which echoes to this day in the deaths of over 100,000 Americans and virus that has penetrated so deeply into the population that it's not clear that the economy will be able to even attempt a real recovery without a vaccine. We're in this situation because of a mind-blowingly incompetent administration, and now that administration is scapegoating and crippling the health organization that played a primary role in eradicating smallpox, nearly eradicating polio, developing an Ebola vaccine and continuing to keep Ebola contained, in the midst of the worst pandemic in a century.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.